And the combine was great this year. It was really interesting to see how fast everybody was.
Yeah, except for Kyle Hamilton.
Except for one guy, and it
The
really
whole class was fast.
Except for Kyle Hamilton.
So it brings up a question about
He has a pro day still, all right?
he does, but
I had to know
why does everybody run so fast? And I'm not saying he had a bad combine because he had a really good combine. He's got really good measurables and all that stuff, but he did not look like the super rare guy that everybody thought he would. He just didn't. And so there are questions. And then you look at the splash plays with him on film. And some of those are, there's a play he makes against Florida State where the Florida State quarterback rolls out of the pocket and throws like a lollipop punt. And Hamilton's lined up on the far hash and he sees it, diagnoses it, rolls to the middle of the field. And then as the quarterback rolls out, he runs to the sideline and he picks off the pass.
Such a sexy play.
And it's a nice play.
Such a sexy play.
It is, but I would ask you to rewatch that play and look at the throw that the quarterback did.
And I do completely understand that. For me, what gets me going, turns me on, is the read. You know what I'm saying? For him to even and that is an absolute garbage play by the quarterback, 100% agree, and there's no debate in that. Like that guy was trash, and you're not going to see it in the NFL.
No.
Unless you're playing Mitch Trubisky, who's about to get a big contract. But,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. But just the instinct, the read, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like about him. He's big enough to come down to the box, maybe even play like a linebacker in dime coverage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Now, he will lose when he covers slot receivers. You can see him lose because he has really long legs. And even at the college level, the first couple steps in a slot receiver's route, he is beating Hamilton. Now, his stride is long enough and he's fast enough to catch back up. But in the NFL, I think he's going to stay losing against really quick, shifty slot receivers. That's where I have some hesitation with him. I also don't know that, the read he makes from the middle of the field, teams don't necessarily play safeties like that anymore.
Yeah, he plays that single high.
There's not a lot of single high looks. So, but I mean, he's a really good player. He's also a player where I don't think there's a lot of insecurity with what he's going to bring. I think you can figure out things for him to do where, he'll be fine. It's just at 2, I don't know. I don't think so.
I hear you. The thing with me at 2 with it was we're year 2 of a rebuild, and a lot of things are still going to be addressed.
Yeah,
and I feel like he can be a key star piece at some point down the line. We still have 2 picks next year's draft. We still have the free agency where we're most likely going to get rid of Goff's contract next year, depending on what we do at quarterback.
Yeah,
which actually that's probably my next question. I'm just making my case for Hamilton, but I'd think of a JOK or Isaiah Simmons with elite coverage ability. And I feel like that'd be something sexy to have in a defense.
So I don't know that he does have elite coverage ability. I'm not sure if he does. I think it's more he's got crazy range.
Elite athleticism.
And I mean, he's a crazy good athlete on film. And it was interesting because he looks so much better than the way he timed. And he timed really well, right? And I'm not knocking him to say that Hutchinson ran a better 3-cone and shuttle time. I'm saying it because
you're saying it a second time. You get it.
Hutchinson's freaky good there.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know that he does have outrageous coverage skills. I think there are moments where he does. I think he's big enough to where he could play against tight ends, which is good. If you ask him to cover like a Hunter Renfrow out of the slot, he's going to struggle. He just is. Yeah. So don't ask him to do that, right?
That's what I was saying.
But there are other safeties in this class, like
Brisker.
Brisker is. I love Brisker's game. He will come up and punch you in the mouth. He's a very physical player. Jalen Petrie from Baylor is another one. I really like his game. Kind of a do-it-all Swiss Army knife for them. And, we'll see what they do in free agency. I'm kind of hoping they sign Marcus Williams and get him here. Really improve that defense. But you still need another safety. Yeah. So between Sign and Brisker and Hamilton and Petrie and maybe a few others, there's a lot of safeties in this class, making up for the lack of cornerbacks in this class. Mm-hmm. Which Ahmad Gardner from Cincinnati is cornerback 1, and then there's a group of maybe Andrew Booth could be, but I've heard he's not going to run great, which is the reason why he doesn't run at the combine. Stingley, I've heard some off the field stuff about him. If you package together his good stuff, he should be a top 10 pick. Give me some ganja. Give me some ganja.
Give me some